If you thought the original Daredevil series pushed the limits of grit and realism, Daredevil Born Again takes it to a whole new level. Oh my goodness, this show wastes no time in reminding us that the Daredevil world is very unforgiving. Right from the start, I'm talking the first 10 minutes, we are hit with a devastating event that completely sets up the show and changes the whole character dynamic. While I won't spoil anything here, let's just say it is an incredibly bold move and puts Matt Murdock in the darkest place that we have ever seen him. It makes him completely question whether he can or even should continue as Daredevil. But before we get into any more of the plot, one of the biggest standouts of this show to me is the cinematography. The original Netflix show had that raw, gritty style that really gave it a street level feel, and it was amazing in its own right. But Born Again ramps up the production quality, and honestly, it feels like a full movie. There's more dynamic camera movement, deliberate lighting that bathes the scene in red and white, showing Matt's internal conflict. But accompanying the visual side of it, the music is just as good. Instead of the ominous tones that we used to hear, now we get orchestral sounds that really embody the scenes that we're watching. There's also a little bit of use of well-known songs, which I thought worked really well. The show just looks and sounds bigger and better than it used to. Now back to the plot. At its core, Born Again follows Matt Murdock trying to walk away from being Daredevil until circumstances bring him back in. The introduction of new characters, a kingpin now trying to take more political power, and a criminal justice system that is more corrupt than ever all converge to bring Matt farther and farther into his darker side. They also do a really good job at multiple storylines. A lot of different things are going on at the same time, but it's still pretty easy to follow. One of them being Matt's personal struggle, him trying to live a normal life, but still kind of wanting to be a vigilante. Then you have Wilson Fisk's transformation, who is gaining more and more power and trying to be a better person, but you're just trying to figure out if he's being legit or if it's all just a hoax. Then you have the new threats coming in, which involves the corrupt law enforcement, and honestly, this storyline had me the most intrigued. And while all this is going on, you kind of get the feeling that it's building towards something. Maybe not like a physical fight, but something internal, maybe. Matt Murdock always seems to be fighting with himself and his feelings, and that's kind of the theme of this whole show. One of the things that I truly enjoyed looking for in Project is the themes, the symbolism used in the project, and Born Again does this very well. The first of which is Matt's addiction to violence. I mean, he is an addict, and that's hinted at a lot throughout the first two episodes. I mean, there's a lot of dialogue that even points to this. Matt Murdock loves being Daredevil, and after stepping away from it, you kind of watch him slowly start to make his way back and want to feel the rush again. And each fight scene feels like a test, like will he finally go too far? The cinematography also likes to linger on the moment where he's thinking about coming back, and it kind of highlights how close he is to crossing that line again. Another big symbol is corruption and power, as we see Wilson Fisk climbing in political authority, and it kind of begs the question, can somebody actually change? Honestly, if you're looking for symbolism in the show, you're gonna find it in just about every frame, whether that's with the lighting, the cinematography, the dialogue, you'll find it, I promise. All in all, Daredevil Born Again is a very bold step forward. The heightened cinematography and music amplify every single emotional beat, the plot is relentless, and the themes cut deeper than ever. This show doesn't just pick up where the Netflix series left off, but it evolves it, turning Daredevil into a darker and more uncertain world. So brace yourself, because this might be the most brutal, cinematic, and emotionally raw Daredevil that we have ever seen. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you haven't already, consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you next time.